So what a couple of weeks it's been for the Chargers. First the primetime win over the Dolphins, and now that win over the Titans. Back-to-back wins over teams that are likely to be in the playoffs. Not bad for the Chargers, eh? With the win over the Titans, the Chargers' playoffs chances now sit around about 80%, meaning there are scenarios this weekend. If we beat the Colts, we could potentially clinch a playoff place. Very unlikely this week, but all we need to do is keep winning our games and we're there in the playoffs. And looking at this remaining schedule, if we're going to be a team worthy of the playoffs, we'd very much expect to beat. We've got the Colts this week, the Rams the following week, and the final game of the regular season, a divisional matchup against the Broncos. Let's take nothing for granted though. It's been a crazy year so far in the NFL, but there are positives there, especially with our defence. The last two big games we've had, we've managed to get those victories without our big star defensive player, Derwin James. Derwin James's return should be imminent, and we know how big a weapon he is for us defensively. Joey Bosa could be looking at a return over the next couple of weeks, and obviously, as I mentioned, Derwin James coming back. Rashawn Slater, there is talk that he might be back at some point. Could it be that he makes a return in the playoffs? What a massive addition to our offensive line that would be for playoff football. Finally, wasn't it great to see Allen and Williams back out there since the beginning of the season, after the injuries have affected them both? Allen getting 20 receptions over the last 2 weeks and proving a huge target for Herbert. Great chemistry between the two of them. Mike Williams doing his thing. He can be a bit streaky, but there's no other man I'd want out there on a one-on-one contested catch in a tight game than Mike Williams, and we've seen what he can do. Look at his previous games against the Chiefs. He can have the ability to go off, and how pivotal could that be in a playoff game? Anyway, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. We are Chargers fans after all. Enjoy the game against the Colts. The Colts obviously without Jonathan Taylor, so hopefully that should make things a little bit easier for us too. And obviously they're coming off that massive choke to the Vikings last week. Enjoy the game, guys. Have a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in the next one.